on the Middlesex County website, as well as on the bulletin board in the Middlesex County Administration Building, at least 48 hours in advance of this meeting, which shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Escobar Barber, County Commissioner Kenny,
Here.
County Commissioner Koppel, here, County Commissioner McCollum, County Commissioner Nara, here, County Commissioner Tamara, County Commissioner Director Rios.
Here. We have correspondence.
Each commissioner is provided with a list of correspondence received by the clerk's office since our last meeting. This correspondence is kept on file in the office of the clerk of the board for reference.
Is there a motion to accept the correspondence?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Minutes for approval.
Minutes of the regular meeting held on Thursday, December 5th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Kenny?
Yes.
County Commissioner Koppel?
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara? Yes. County Commissioner Tamara?
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. Commissioner reports. Commissioner Charlie Kenny.
Thank you, Director. I just have a couple items that we've recently completed here in the county. One is Henderson Road in South Brunswick. The work was done on a culvert there. The street was also turned into a complete street for cars, pedestrians, and bikes. So I want to thank the residents in that area because, and I have another one on this report, that the same problem. We get utility maps, but sometimes they're not as up to date as they should be, and so it kind of complicates the project that we're doing. And so this one was closed for a while, but thank you to the residents for their patience while we worked on that. And also thank you to our engineering department, Ron and Khalid and everybody for their work in trying to minimize the effects when we have these situations with these projects. We also had traffic lights. One was in Edison, I think I spoke about 2 months ago, that we installed on Oak Tree Road. And recently, the director and I were in Carteret for a upgrade to the traffic lights at the intersections of Roosevelt Ave, New Jersey Turnpike, Industrial Ave, and Harrison Ave. This is going to improve the traffic flow as the lights will be able to talk with one another, and also it's going to improve the pedestrian safety at this very busy intersection, as well as micromobility for people that are using scooters and other devices to cross at this intersection. Another part of this project was they dedicated the intersection to the memory of Trooper Christopher Scales, who passed away about 24 years ago in an accident at the Turnpike interchange. So that was a very nice tribute to Trooper Scales. And then the final one I have is paving on Thornwell Road is completed. Once again, we were replacing a culvert there and utilities not where they should be on the map. Sort of messed up the project and made it a little bit longer, but thank you to all those that ran through that area. The road has been repaved, striped, and is completely open at this time. And this represents about $9 million in infrastructure projects here in Middlesex County. So once again, thank you to our engineering department, everybody that was involved in getting these projects started and completed. And then the other thing I have is just happy holidays to everybody. Remember, it's not the gift that we get or how big the gift is that we give. Sometimes just giving a smile or a wave or opening the door or doing something very simple is the best Christmas gift that you can give, and maybe we can give it throughout the year. And so that's all I have, Director. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Leslie Koppel.
Thank you, Director. Tonight I'm pleased to announce that the county has concluded its annual auction process and received total proceeds upward of $510,000. The first auction was completed in October and featured office furniture and equipment. 148 lots were sold for a total amount of $32,000. The second auction took place in November and featured vehicle, buses, and construction equipment. 201 lots were sold for a total amount of $478,000. This auction is a wonderful opportunity for anyone in the public to find gently used items at an affordable price and helps to drive a recurring revenue source to help offset taxation. All proceeds received from the auction are dedicated to reduce the total amount to be raised by taxation. This concludes my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Deputy Director Nara.
Thank you, Director. As we embrace the holiday season, I once again encourage you all to celebrate your traditions, but to do so safely. Please don't drive while impaired or distracted, endangering yourself, your family, and other residents on the roads. Please do, however, enjoy your holiday baking and cooking, but do so safely and responsibly. And ensure that your decorations are inspected regularly. Also, I encourage everyone to make sure you're updated on your flu and COVID vaccines because we are entering that time of year and there have been an uptick in positives. So I'd also like to echo what Commissioner Kenny said about the simple things that we can do, but I'd also encourage anyone who has needs, if you can reach out to your local food pantries or food banks and make some sort of donation, and if there's toys that you are able to donate for other families who are in need, that would be wonderful. And I'm also encouraging people to spread that generosity throughout the year. It's lovely what our residents of Middlesex County do for their neighbors during Thanksgiving and this holiday season, but there are a lot of people who are in need throughout the year. And so I would just ask Middlesex to keep doing what we're doing and care for our neighbors as well as our own families. So on behalf of the Department of Public Safety and Health, we want to wish everyone in the county and outside the county a very happy holiday season and a safe and prosperous new year for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Charles now.
Yeah, no report tonight. Just want to wish everybody a happy holiday season and a great new year. Thank you, Director.
Thank you. And I would also like to wish everyone a happy holiday season, a healthy new year, and a safe new year, prosperous new year. Okay, Mr. Kelso, any resolutions to be added?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be amended?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be held?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be voted?
There are none.
This time I open up the meeting to the public on only resolutions listed on the agenda. Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Good evening, Commissioners. Charlie Granville. I'm the editor of New Brunswick Today, resident of New Brunswick. Start with the first one, 1557. Can you just clarify what's being done here? It's a one-year extension on the existing O&M contract for both of the care centers. What's the county's long-term plan for what to do with this?
The purpose of this resolution is to extend the existing management agreement with Robert Wood Johnson in the MCIA. Still studying the long-term prospects. As you know, the original agreement, which I think I mentioned to you at a previous meeting, had the potential to convey those properties to RWJ. We're still exploring that. We'll probably have finalization of the answer to that during probably the first half of this year. But in the interim, they've done a great job with the management of the facility, so we wanted to extend the contract.
Okay, so it's 1 year, January 1st, sorry. Thank you. Press this. Testing. Hello. Thank you. 1565, another $4 million for marketing. How do you justify such an expense?
1565, you said?
Yep. $4 million for media buying services.
This is our marketing and branding initiative. It's something that it speaks for itself. I mean, we have it all over, and we're making sure that we're promoting Middlesex County, what happens in Middlesex County, what we have to offer for our residents and visitors. And it really helps us. It helps our businesses.
What's the total marketing budget for the county? This is just one contract, $4 million.
The total is about $12 million, which is less than 1% of the overall operating budget.
Okay, and how did the Marketing Doctor Inc. get selected for this,
This is also a competitive bid where individual companies could submit their proposals to the county, at which time we then review each of the proposals. It's not just based on price, it's based on price, performance, experience, and other factors that we think are critical to make sure they have the competency to provide the service to the company.
Okay. Can you tell me how many bids you got for this one?
I don't recall offhand, I think there was 2 or 3.
There were 6.
6. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. Moving on, page 8, there's a couple of $8.5 million grant submissions. Can you confirm these are related to the Thomas Edison Park CIO plan stuff? Or is
Which one, Charlie?
1601 and 1602.
1601. So, Nick?
Yeah, Charlie, they're both related to CIO.
Okay. And these were the ones that were on earlier in the year?
This is for the 2025, I believe early in the year would have been the 2024.
So
This is for the application.
an application for another 16 million, is it 17? Move on to the insurance items, 1604 through 1607. These are, North American Insurance Management, correct me if I'm wrong, that's Mr. Taflett's company. He's part of that, or no?
I'm unaware if it's Kaplan, but it was a professional service. I've worked very much with them. They're a great company. We have good history with them, and ultimately they're the best fit for the service.
Yeah, just to be clear, Gary Taffett is the person.
So, again, I believe he works for the company,
Right.
but again, this is a company that we've been doing business for over 10 years. They are our administrator for our overall self-insurance fund for the county.
Right. And the other company that's getting insurance work is Connor Strong and Buckaloo, and that's, of course, George Norcross's company, and he's under indictment for racketeering. Now, I asked previously about this, we discussed, that's not a disqualifier for the county. You're going to continue to work with that company, apparently?
It certainly is not a disqualifier. All three of these are publicly solicited, they're advertised, and they respond to the various requests we made. It just so happens that Connor Strong specializes in these particular insurances, workers' comp, excess insurance, and the active assailant insurance. So they've provided that in the past. Again, publicly solicited, in recognizing what they're actually doing here. They're the broker. So the numbers that you see in there are going to be paid the insurance company. And so we don't directly have a contract with Connor Strong to pay them. They're paid by the insurance company.
Got it.
Time's up.
1622,
Thank you.
Your
Time is up.
Could you just please explain
Thank you.
1622?
Your time is up.
Why you gotta do
Anyone
that?
else in the public?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Does any commissioner have to vote on anything separately? No? Okay, Mr. Kelso?
Yes, Your Honor, Director, a motion would be in order to adopt a consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 24-1557 to resolution 24-1628.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call?
County Commissioner Kenny?
Yes.
County Commissioner Coppell?
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara?
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara?
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios?
Yes. This time I open up the meeting to the public. Seeing none?
I'd like to speak.
Oh.
Good evening once again, Charlie Cradaville, New Brunswick today. I think, this year, unfortunately, one of the themes was a lot of fatal crashes. Our roadways are not nearly as safe as they should be. I believe it's 61 lives lost so far in the county. And I wanted to ask if you can give us any updates on Route 1 or some of these other dangerous roads that run through our county, and what, if anything, is going to be done to make them safer.
I can tell you this, Mr. Granville, being repetitious, because you've asked this question, and we make every effort to make our roads and make our towns and cities safe here. There's certain roads that are beyond our control, whether they're Route 1, Route 9, the Turnpike, the Parkway, and you can have a speed limit sign of 25 miles an hour and somebody could do 50 and create an accident, and it's a shame that it happens. I think I told you that a family member of mine got killed in a car accident on Route 1 this year. And it's a sad thing, and we have no control over what a driver does, whether it's distracted. You just heard Deputy Director Nara saying about wishing everyone a happy holiday and a prosperous New Year and a safe New Year, and trying to reinforce safety. Whatever we could do, we do. Well, Commissioner Kenny just mentioned in his report that we went to Carteret and we did new traffic signal improvements there. We do it all over the county.
The other thing, Director, going off the lines of what you're talking about, we don't know the cause of, when there's an accident at that moment, we don't know the cause of the accident. So you come and you say that it's an unsafe road, but you don't know the cause of the unless you do, and you can send those to us if you have the findings of the results of those accidents. We look, as I said before, we follow the data, and we work to implement Vision Zero in every way that we can. And it's not something we're going to throw a light switch and just change
Well,
overnight.
just one example, because I know like Plainfield Ave and Route 1 has been a site of a few fatal crashes this year. And Plainfield has a county road. So that provides an opportunity for the county to get involved and say, this intersection is dangerous, we're losing people's lives. Let's do something about it. And I think, you have relationships, presumably good ones, with the legislative leadership and people in Trenton, people in Washington. I wish you would use those to try to get Route 1 to be a safer road, and that's just one point.
To that point, Charlie,
Yes.
one of the things we're doing is working closely with the prosecutor's office, local police departments, work with federal, hopefully get federal grant funds to specifically address the issues on Route 1, specifically for Plainfield. That'll be pursuing aggressively.
Great, well, that's good to hear. And yeah, I wish there were more space for us to talk about this kind of stuff, but I also have to ask about other things, so I'll move on. Can you give any kind of update on the suspicious drones, UFOs, whatever's going on in the sky? Is the county aware? There's some new restrictions on flying.
Our public safety department has been engaged heavily with state officials, state law enforcement, federal law enforcement, and at this time we've been told that there's been no danger to public safety, and a lot of times it's hobbyists as well trying to go up there and there's certain restrictions that they have to abide by with the FAA. But at this time, we are assured that they haven't posed any kind of risk to any kind of public safety for any of us in the county. And whatever we can do to try to, obviously we keep in touch with our federal and state agencies to monitor that. And if any kind of sightings that may appear suspicious, then we urge the public to notify local law enforcement.
Can you talk specifically about the new restrictions? There's some places where they're telling you you
I
can't
can't
fly
tell you.
anymore. Some towns in Middlesex County are among them.
I don't.
Maybe, is there an OEM person here, or maybe Deputy Director Nara? Somebody who give us some more information.
Charlie, that list was just provided to our office this morning. We are under investigating the actual causes for it. We can follow that up with you at a later time. At this time, we don't have any further information.
Okay, thanks. And I guess with whatever remaining time I have, I'll just say that wanted to wish everybody here a happy and healthy holiday season, and look forward to speaking at future meetings, and hopefully we can work together better in 2025. Thank you.
Anyone else in the public?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting is